taking my time because I'm not under a time constraint. I could just coast, you know what I'm saying? Feels good to be here. Before this, I was doing a show over at Salt Yard West. Anybody ever been to that fine establishment? I got there and they told me, hey, you're going up, don't cuss or say any bad words. I'm like, yo, people get stabbed here. What are you talking about, lady? Can somebody just get raped in your bathroom here and I can't say fuck? What kind of shit is that? They're like, no, we don't want to offend anybody. I'm offended that you're telling me this right now. The very first time I ever went to Salt Yard West, we pulled up into the parking lot. There was a girl just squatting piss and just full stream, dude. I was like, oh, we got Octopus Car Wash? What's going on, dude? Wiley, man. I love Albuquerque, but Albuquerque crazy, huh? Anybody who, everybody from Albuquerque here? That's what's up. Anybody not from Albuquerque, but you just kind of ended up here? Oh, shit, all y'all, okay. Hell yeah, dude. Y'all join a gang yet, or what? I tell all my friends that, yo, if you come to Albuquerque to do comedy, bro, you gotta listen to Al Hurricane and get Christmas, and that's all you gotta do. Just respect. Albuquerque crazy, though, because I grew up in the war zone, you know what I'm saying? And for those of you who don't know what that is, that was the ghetto before it became gentrified. And being from Albuquerque, sometimes I feel like I got superpowers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go other places and you feel like you have, powers. Because, hey, I'm Native American, and, thanks. Shout out all the natives, just you. I get it, that makes sense, right? Being native, pause out, I'm gonna bookmark that story, alright? We're gonna, native shit. It's crazy being native, right? Because I'm native, and I do comedy all over the place. I tour, I go to fun places like Gillette, Wyoming. And Gillette, Wyoming, a lot of them never even seen Native Americans. But I take the racists in Gillette over the woke people in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? Because people piss me off sometimes, bro. People in Colorado are the only people who've ever come up to me and you're Native American. I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually 1/1000 Cherokee, so... What are you talking about, lady? You running for Congress? What are you doing? Trying to go to college? What's up? Colorado's the only place I've ever had the lady walk up to me and be like, look. And I'm like, what am I looking at? She's like, moccasins. I've never worn moccasins a day of my life. What's going on, lady? I went to a rave in Colorado, and I almost got in a fight with this chick there. Don't judge me, this is Albuquerque. Chicks here are crazy, but I was at this rave in Denver, and I'd never really gone to a rave. It's not really my scene, you know what I'm saying? The dudes are on drugs, they're on pills, it's crazy. They come up to you doing fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's not my scene, yo. Motherfuckers got, you want a light show? I don't know if you know this, but the guy on stage has a light show, and that's what I'm watching. Watching your fucking fingers, dude. This is in middle school. Get away from me. Fuck out of here. But it's at this rave, you know what I'm saying? I had my thong on. It was crazy. And this chick came up kind of next to me. She was wearing a headdress, and I saw that, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? This white girl wearing a headdress. It's crazy. I balled my fist up, yo, I'm gonna sneeze on this girl right now. My friend's like, yo, why? Because it's cultural appropriation? I'm like, no, bro, headdress, I'm Navajo. That's the enemy tribe right there, bro. It's all It's about to assault people, bro. I can just blame the pills, huh? Whatever. I'm glad y'all laughing at that, man, because Native people, bro, we sensitive, you know? You ever been on Native TikTok? We're canceling everybody right now. Can't say shit about Native people. We'll get to your job, we'll fire you, bro. But I get, you know what I'm saying? Native people, inherently, we're sensitive people, you know what I'm saying? We cry at everything, you know? Like, for real, ma'am, if you piece of trash on the ground, here, right there. If, like, me and my friends take a walk up, like, Sandia, dude, they call it the Trail of Tears. It's crazy. The people laughing are not from here because they got a real education, you know what I'm saying? I read about that chapter, I remember that. Everyone from New Mexico, like, what the fuck? For real though, you ever been to like the Indian village and the state fair? You ever gone to a powwow? Anybody? Even in our songs, we're crying. You know what I'm saying? Just like we cry for everything. We got to. My skin's red color passion or diaper rash. We're very sensitive. I know, dude. Cry, son. But I love it, bro. I tell people too, because people are like, yo, like. I meet people, and like I was in New York and I met this like food vendor guy, and he's like, hola, ¿cómo está, my friend? I was like, I'm not Spanish, man. And he was like, no, what are you? I said, I'm native. He's like, what? I was like, Indian, bro, like this one, not that one. I gotta relate. He was my friend, no way! Come here to get some food. I went to New York to try to buy that island back, bro. I bought all kinds of jewelry. That's such a deep reference. Yeah. A native tribe sold the island of New York for like 4 beads, dude. It's crazy. I was like, I got $10 right now, y'all. You just get the shit back anyway, whatever. It's wild, man. It was like, I mean, obviously we all face racism, but like, I face like a different type of racism. Like, I booked a show in Amarillo, Texas, and the guy, it was a last minute booking. The headliner fell out, and they called me, like they put it on the New Mexico page, hey, we need a headliner who has a car, could be here tomorrow. I have a car, not a job, and I was like, I could be there, dude. And I think they just saw my last name, Fournier, right? He's like, you good? And I drove out there. He's just like, I'm a huge country music fan. I love George Strait, right? And yeah, for real. And like George Strait, like romanticized Amarillo, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'll be there by the afternoon, not the morning, because I sleep in. And I was like, yo, Amarillo, my mom, you know what I'm saying? I drove out to Amarillo, Texas, excited to do this show. And it was at this place called the Cactus Bar. And I pulled up to the bar, and I should have known there was no windows, nothing, right? And I parked my car, I walked inside, I opened the door, and just a fucking wall of smoke, cigarette smoke hit me in the face. I was like, oh, this is gonna be wild, son. I walked in, and you know, I was like, I don't know who to talk to, and immediately all the eyes came on me. They're like, oh shit, right? And you feel that, like, what are you doing in here, boy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel that energy on you. And I walked up to the bar, and I was like, hey man, I'm Josh, I'm the comedian. And he looked at me, and he's like, oh shit. It's literally not what you want to hear from a guy who paid you to come do comedy at his bar, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh man, look, I'm gonna be real with you. I'll pay you, you don't have to perform. It's a true story. I was like, why, man? Is the show canceled? He's like, no, just, it's a rough place. I was like, rough how? And he's like, it's a rough part of town, man. I was like, I grew up in Albuquerque, I ain't scared. My brother came, we're crazy. Shit, boy, what's up? What's going on? And he's like, they're kind of racist here. I'm gonna be real with you, that's just is what it is, man. I was like, how racist? He's like, the bumper sticker racist here. I don't know what that means, dude. The only thing I could come up with is like they're proud of, like, you know, like one of those kids, like my kid's an honor roll student, you know what I'm saying? Like my friend has burned 9 crosses in 5 bars, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what that means, dude. I was like, no, I'll do the show, it's fine, I'll stick around. And he's like, all right, man, good luck. And he walked away. And immediately right after that, this dude at the bar, this old guy, he looked like a typical hillbilly, you know what I'm saying? Like just frayed, weathered by the storm, weathered by age and the sun and whatever the fuck. He was just an old hillbilly guy. He looked over at me, he's like, you're the comedian? I was like, yeah, man, nice to meet you. My name is Josh, dude. And he's like, he shook my hand, he's like, what are you, Japanese or something? And I laughed, and I smiled, which doesn't help because my eyes do get a little Hello Kitty. What, dude? What? It's crazy, son. I was like, no, I'm not Japanese, man. I'm actually a Native American, Navajo to be exact. My grandfather killed the Japanese during the war, so you're welcome for that. It's a true story. My grandfather, he's a code talker. He's still alive. He's one of the last 3 alive. You know what I'm saying? He's still kicking. You know what I'm saying? John Kids a senior. You know what I'm saying? He's 103. Dude's alive. Still kicking. I'm super proud of that. I'm super proud. He's my grandpa. Because of that, I don't watch anime. So.